All right, now it's time for a segment we call Elite Entries, where Sean and I compare our projections to the PrizePicks app to build some entries. And this week we've got a special offer. So if you guys tail our 4-pick power entry, you can win 20x. You have to tail it in time to get the same numbers. So essentially you want to bet this right when you hear the pod. And if you can get it at the same lines, you'll be eligible for the boost. The payout will show up as like a normal payout on the app, but your bonus will be paid out in promo funds within 24 hours. So again, if you build the same 4-pick power entry we had, and you get it in quick before the lines move, you can win 20x your entry if it hits. So Sean, who is your first PrizePicks Elite entry? We're going all running backs this week for this show. Who's your first pick?
Well, let's start off with the best running back in football right now, and that's Derrick Henry to go over 105.5 rushing yards. I mean, gone are the days from week 2 when we can get his prop at 84.5. That was an easy win, but we're back to seeing over 100 rushing yards from him. That's pretty standard. But this is going to be a game at the Jets where I think the Titans are going to win, give him a positive game script. And going back to last year, we've seen him average 144 rushing yards per game in their wins, and then 84 rushing yards in their losses. So this is just a smash spot for Henry. It looks like AJ Brown's going to be out. Julio Jones is banged up or in the doghouse. We don't know. I just think they're going to lean on Henry here, possibly give him 30 plus carries. So I'm just smashing the over here at 105.5.
Yeah, Henry's back. It was just a kind of an outlier week 1 for the Titans, but this is a game where, as you said, they just don't have many options at this point with AJ Brown out. Ferkser still banged up. For my first PrizePicks Elite entry at running back for week number 4, I'm going with the Thursday night game. I'm going Joe Mixon over 83.5 rushing yards. He's averaging 95 rushing yards per game this season. He's been at 90 plus in 2 of his 3 games. And this Jacksonville defense, first of all, they're not very good at stopping the run. They've already given up 284 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. And also, you're just going to get a good game script for Cincinnati as a 7.5-point favorite. So like Joe Mixon over 83.5 rushing yards. I have him projected for 90. Who is your second PrizePick Elite entry at running back for week 4, Sean?
Let's go with Najee Harris under 63.5 rushing yards. I'm going to keep taking this until they lower it into the 50s where it should be. I mentioned it last week that it's not Harris's fault. This offensive line is brutal. They're not giving him any running lanes. So I would not be surprised if they start, incorporating the passing game. And lo and behold, he had a 14 catch game. So I think they're going to stick with that. Honestly, like dumping it off to him is probably better than just having a run up the middle for 0 yards because again, it's not his fault. This is the offensive line. He's still a talented back, but 63.5 is just way too high. I'm projecting this closer to 53, and even that might be too high. So, I would take this down to 56.5, 57.5. So love the under here at 63.5.
Yeah, last week we were fading both Harrises, and that worked out well on PrizePicks. So I like going back to the well here. We just haven't seen anything from this Pittsburgh offensive line yet. And for my second running back PrizePick Elite entry for week 4, I'm going to take a page out of last week when we faded the Harrises, and I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley under 60.5 rushing yards. Why? Because he's facing the New Orleans Saints, who have been one of the top run defenses in the league for probably three years and counting now. Just only the Bucs, I think, have been better. The Saints have allowed just 145 yards to running backs in 3 games. So they're allowing under 50 yards per game to running backs. You still have Saquon Barkley with a below average offensive line. Damian Harris, 6 carries, 14 yards last week against this defense. Even Christian McCaffrey on 24 carries only got to 72 yards. So they're allowing under 3 yards a carry on the season are the New Orleans Saints. I think Saquon Barkley, yes, he's back. Yes, he's in good shape. Yes, he's getting a higher workload. No, he's not going to go over 60 yards this week against the Saints. So that is our PrizePicks Elite entry For running backs for week 4, to recap, Sean going Derrick Henry over 105.5 rushing yards, and Najee Harris under 63.5 rushing yards. I'm going Joe Mixon over 83.5 rushing yards, and Saquon Barkley under 60.5 rushing yards. As a reminder, these PrizePicks lines do move, so you want to be quick to lock in the numbers. And if you lock in this 4-pick power entry at these lines, you can win 20x. So be sure to do that and check out prizepicks.com or download the PrizePicks app to play.